What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to continue getting some more work done on the interior of my 75 Dodge D100. Keep watching to see what's next. So lately, I've been doing a lot of work to the cab and interior of this truck. I did some work to the door, added a fresh air vent. I also made some custom kick panels. Now I thought that it would be a good time to go ahead and knock out some door panels and the dash. So previously I had decided that I was gonna paint the dash, so I already painted that a flat black. And then I decided to kind of go a different way with the interior. So as you can see on this door panel, this is the driver's side door panel. I did a little test to kind of see how it would turn out, and I'm really liking this. The door panels were blue before. They actually came from the pick and pull. So I was going to just sand it down and paint it to match to kind of go with the rest of the interior. But I decided to give a patina finish a try. And this is what I came up with. Like I said, I'm really digging this. So today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I got this finish by applying it to the dash and the passenger side door panel. Let's get to it. So the first thing we need to do is prep the dash, prep the door panel by getting rid of all this old paint. And I'm going to be using one of these surface prep discs for a 4.5 inch grinder. Moving inside because of the rain. So once you get your panel sanded down to the way that you want it, then it's time to start adding the patina. Here you can see I decided not to take all the paint off. I wanted to leave some of the old black paint behind. I felt that by leaving some of the paint, it would kind of add to the patina look. Because, you know, when cars rust and get old, and they never really lose all their paint, tend to always see some remnants of their original paint behind. So I decided to leave some of the black paint behind. We'll see. If it doesn't work, you know, you can always just sand it and start over. So to do my patina, I'm going to be using two different solutions, two different chemicals. The first being this Zep root killer. Now, if you look at this, the primary ingredient is copper sulfate. So you'll have some nice copper color, some nice greens in there, and it'll kind of really add to the patina rather than just being brown, different shades of brown and rust color. And I figured that would add a little bit of color to it. The second item I'm going to be using is regular vinegar. Some people say to use white vinegar. All I had laying around the house was some apple cider vinegar. I used that on the door panel you saw earlier. Works just fine. Now the way you want to do this is have your surface prepped. After I sanded it, I wiped it down with some acetone just to get all the sanding dust off it and all the junk. So a nice clean surface. What I like to do, and what I did with that other panel, was I kind of tried to set the panel up in such a way that when I spray it, it's in the same orientation that it would have been had it been installed in the vehicle. To me, that adds some runs to it, as if water had run down and rusted the metal rather than just sitting there and puddling on it. Now, there's no need to go crazy and just kind of spray the whole thing down. The way that I did the other panel was I kind of sprayed it in areas that I thought it would naturally have run. So like where the cutout was for the door handle, or along the top edge where the window track is. Areas like that, and where there are recesses in the surface like that. I don't know if you can really see it. like down this area of the dash where there's like a recess in the panel, water would kind of collect there and run down. So I'm going to concentrate on spraying that area down. Areas like that where water would tend to run and tend to pool maybe might be a good way to kind of focus some of your spray, and then you can kind of just lightly mist over other areas. It all depends on the look you're going for, how long you let it sit there. I think when I did the other panel, I think I sprayed it and then it kind of dried relatively quick. It was kind of warm that day. And then I sprayed it some more, and I think I really only had the copper sulfate and the vinegar on there for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. But we'll see. I'm going to spray this down and then kind of keep an eye on it, and I'll spray it in some other areas where I think it might need some more coverage, or where it might dry up and kind of stop adding that patina. We'll see what happens. It's all up to you. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. You do what you want to do. You make it the way you want to make it. So if you're not happy with it, sand it down, start over. But there is no wrong way. This is yours. This makes your vehicle unique. This makes your project yours. So let's get to it and see what we can do. All right. I think we're all set up. I just got some plastic up to kind of protect the truck behind it. Also, before you do this, make sure you're wearing, some gloves. Some would say goggles in case you're worried about, any of the solutions spraying up in your face. Me, I don't go crazy with the spray, so I'm not worried about it spraying up my face or respirator or anything. But I definitely make sure I'm wearing a good set of gloves. Now, this is just my opinion. I have no sponsorship, no nothing. I actually came across these gloves through another YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I can't remember who it was at this time. But I'm using these X360 gloves by 212 Performance. These things are incredible. I mean, they've got a texture to them that, I'm going to try to show you, is, an incredible texture to it. And they're a thick glove too. And this one I've actually taken on and off while I've been, in order to stop recording and start recording. So I've actually had this glove off and on a couple of times today, and no tears, no nothing. Now, I haven't been doing anything serious, but these are thicker than a lot of other gloves. So, it's up to you. Again, I'm not being sponsored. I bought these on my own. I really like their gloves. I'll include a link down below. I'm going to start with the copper sulfate. I'm going to start spraying around the edges, around the lips, around any openings where look like water could have come through, and just spray it all over and let it sit for a while. I'm not going crazy with it. Might want a respirator just because of the smell of the vinegar. So here you can see already, once the vinegar hits that copper sulfate, how it kind of already makes it start to change color on you. Now we just let that sit for a little bit. So here we are, about half hour in or so. You can already see the way the patina is starting to really develop on this dash. I don't know how much longer I'll give it. I like to get it a little bit darker, and it'll still continue to change a little bit once I wipe it down and hit it with a coat of clear coat. It'll still darken up a little bit afterwards, but I'm going to give it some more time. It's getting there. I like to see some more brown in there, but yeah, we'll just give it some more time and see what happens. All right, so it's actually the next day working on this patina job. And let me show you what it looks like so far. All right, so the last thing I showed last night was after about an hour of having the copper sulfate and vinegar on the surface of the dash. So what you see here is after about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, So after that time, what I did was I just kind of blotted up the areas that were still wet. Just took a shop rag and dabbed up whatever was still wet. I didn't want to take the chance of rubbing any of the patina or any of the copper finish off of the surface. So once it was all dry, I hit it with a coat of Rust-Oleum matte clear enamel right there. After that first coat set up last night, I came out this morning and I actually just kind of rubbed it down with a green Scotch pad, just to kind of take a little bit of the finish off and add a little tooth to it for a second coat of the clear, which I just got done spraying. So once this dries, we will get it mounted into the truck and we'll see what it looks like in there. Here's a look at how the passenger side door panel is turning out. This has only had the solution on it, both the copper sulfate and the vinegar. Been on here for about half an hour now. You can see it's already looking pretty good. I'll probably give it a little bit longer and then I'll dab it dry and then I will coat this in clear. Next time you see these pieces, they will be installed in the truck. Here it is. It's the finished product. A little patina on the inside door panels. Up here on the dash, you can really see it there. Come across. And there's the passenger door panel. So with just, I don't know. Oh, and there's the custom kick panel I made in one of my last videos. There's one there. And there's the other one down there. So it's just a couple of hours of work. I mean, really, it probably took, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours per panel, maybe. And most of that was waiting for the copper sulfate and the vinegar to dry and get to a point where I liked the way it looked. And then waiting for the clear coat to dry. Each panel has 2 coats of clear coat on it. So most of that time in doing this was waiting for stuff to dry. So while I was waiting for one to dry, I was working on the other panel, sanding it down or clear coating it while the patina dried on the other one. There you go. Pretty simple project to really give your classic car, your classic project, classic truck, whatever, little unique look. A little different look. I mean, I realize patina is kind of a big thing right now, but this way, no two are the same. Every panel, everybody who does it is going to do it differently, and every panel is going to turn out different. All right, everyone. Well, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I know I really enjoyed working on that project, and I love the way it turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you all think. Let me know if you guys have done something similar. Let me know how you did it. Let me know how yours turned out. And let me know what you think about this type of project. As always, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you know when new videos get uploaded. And I'll see y'all back here on the next project. Later.